What's up, guys? New episode of Calcio Ebbasta here. This time we're here with a good friend of ours, Gonzalo, at Ospina_hater on Twitter. We're here to talk about the big news, the Darwin Nunez 80 million plus transfer to Liverpool. Gonzalo, take it away, my friend.
Oh, man. The most polarizing probably Uruguayan since probably Cavani and Suarez debuted it, but not in like the good way, because those two guys, they were something else special.
Yeah.
But like Darwin's polarizing in a different way because of how expensive he was with his lack of ability and the record goal scoring wise.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, let's talk about his record in Almeria. How many goals did we see?
Almeria,
He
He had like 16 goals with Almeria, but before that in Peñarol, he had like 4 or 5.
So I remember clearly because I like watching the Uruguay.
Yeah, tell the audience, like,
guys, Gonzalo is our like South American expert. Anybody who plays in South America, he can play in like the 4th division of like Bolivia. Gonzalo will have
I will follow my fellow Uruguayans. There's only 3 million of us, even though like I was born in Italy, but that's fine. I consider myself
Uruguayan right here.
Yeah,
so
yes, sir.
He knows his stuff when it comes at least to
I know my Uruguayans, and there's nothing like anybody from Texas, from the UK can tell me about it. I know my guys, whether they're good or bad. Yeah. So like with Darwin, we're gonna start. He debuted at 17 for Peñarol. I'll never forget that game. It was a clásico between Peñarol and Nacional. And Darwin came in, I think at like the last 10 minutes, he got like a little debut. I think was Fede Valverde. I think he was still there. And Peñarol ended up winning 3-1. But Darwin missed 2 clear-cut chances. And then he started doing some little dribbles where he lost possession, and then Nacional went on a counter and he scored. Yeah. To the point where even though Peñarol won against their rivals, they just beat the shit out of them. Darwin still heard it from the fans. He got booed off the arena. And then after that debut, he got called up to the Uruguayan U20 team, and same thing. He couldn't hit the side of a fucking building. And that was really bad.
I mean, in Portugal, he's improved because last season, it is a fake league. It is. I mean, Bas Dost was what? The top goal scorer in Europe at the time?
Bas Dost, Slimani, who else? Marega, who else? Jackson Martinez.
Oh my God. Jackson Martinez.
God, those names are crazy.
Wow. Didn't Jackson Martinez become like a rapper or
Jackson
something?
Martinez doesn't.
He's a Christian rapper now.
He's a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darwin last year had in 19 appearances. No, 19 starts, 29 appearances. He had six goals, 9 assists in the Portuguese.
Yeah, he was out that lineup. He was linking up a lot with they were playing a 2-striker formation with Seferovic and like Rafa cutting in from
that's right.
And behind them.
Yeah.
I thought he's starting to improve a bit, but then like this year, I know he improved his goal scoring record by a lot, but there's a lot of red flags in his game.
Yo, there's an equal amount, like, they make those compilation videos of all the goals and the skills. There's if there's like a 10-minute of like skills, there's a 10-minute of like bad controls, missing the target. Exactly.
Yeah, so give us some on that. What do you see from there? Like, he hit 34 goals this year, but so that's where this is, right? 80 mil plus transfer to Liverpool because he had 34 goals. He scored in the Champions League too, right? He had a bunch of goals in the Champions League.
6 goals in the Champions League this season.
Yeah. So why do you still think that it's going to be – well, do you think it's going to be a failure overall or not for Liverpool?
To be honest, like there's 2 clubs, in my opinion, where Darwin can like succeed regardless of what he does, or whether he improves or not. And that's like Liverpool, how they're always constantly bombarding the box. And since he's a big fella, if he improves his aerial game and just like gets in front of the ball with Trent, Robertson, Salah, those guys, if he can he's guaranteed to score probably like 15, 16 goals, unless there's like a total castat. He's out here moving like Balotelli and Ricky Lambert. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's how good Klopp's system is. But like, to be
honest,
other
club, you said 2 teams, and the other
Manchester City, because Manchester City is just a fucking machine. Even though not a big fan of them, I'm not gonna say what I feel about them, because you know why, Luca.
We feel the same, my friend. Luciano, if you're watching, sorry, my friend. Again.
The thing with Darwin is right now he's playing like a bit of like on the left wing. Yeah, left wing, like second striker. And usually he likes to drift off wide. when your striker drifts off, you probably think, oh, he's probably like dynamic on the ball. He links up and play, but that's not the case. He's a really poor passer. He's not really good in like the hold up play, especially how big he is, and how fast he is. He will go in like behind, like he'll make some runs, but like he'll be like offside multiple times.
Yeah,
and his dribbling is really suspect. So,
for sure. I mean,
for him to
athlete.
succeed in Liverpool, he'll just have to be that guy sitting in the box and just waiting for balls to be bombarded. Because if you ask him to do anything, might as well fucking put me out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But I mean, like you said, like I was thinking too earlier, like I don't know him nearly as well as you, but I was trying to think of what coaches would probably make it work, and like Klopp is probably the one that's gonna make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Klopp is foolproof because if just look at Klopp, he made Roberto Firmino and Diogo Jota look like real football players. So, like the similarity between him and Jota is exact because I think they're terrible dribblers, who put out like a lot of shots. But Firmino, I think he's like a better like midfielder and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll be interested to see what Darwin does because it can either be really funny or it can be like
no, it's one of the things that it can either it's either gonna go very well or it's gonna go shit. There's gonna be no in between. No in between whatsoever. But it's gonna be cool because now they're gonna have they in one season they just took like the two best, I mean, for lack of a better term, the two best talents in the Portuguese league, right? They got Luis Diaz this past January. And now they're going with another bang and they just got Darwin. So it's gonna be cool to see the two players link up. One from Porto, one from Benfica. But I mean it's interesting though because like Mane is probably off to Bayern Munich, right?
Yeah,
Mane's gone.
Yeah.
Mane's gone. And it's gonna be interesting. Do you think that Darwin can play in a system where they press? Like, does he have good work rates at least?
Like you would think with like how he's built physically and how he's like a track star, how he can run all day, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like I watched how many games has he played for Uruguay so far? He has 10 appearances. And I know it's like a small sample size, but like every time I see him play, he refuses to press.
Oh, the USA game the other day. We were watching that game with
weeks ago.
Yeah, we were with Dan when we watched that game, right? We were with Dan and Dan's father, and then Darwin. It was at the end of the game. You posted like a still image of it.
I lost my head.
He gets in the box and he doesn't have the. You'd think a guy that had so many goals, he'd have the confidence to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Not even confidence. Maybe it's incompetence. I don't know why he didn't just shoot the ball.
Like usually that's on an $80 million striker. I know he has 26 goals for the Portuguese league. You would think a guy like that, he'll shoot regardless.
Yeah, he'll shoot.
Professional striker, you're supposed to be selfish. You're supposed to take the shot.
You expect him to even shoot when he's not supposed to shoot.
But instead he hesitated and then he played a pass through to Cavani, but it deflected off the back heel of I forget what American was it, Zimmerman? I'm not sure. The fucking Yankees, they all stink. one of those deflected off the heel, and then Cavani had to turn his body all the way and like missed it. But man, I a lot of things were said in that household that I cannot repeat. Safety of your product. But that's completely sold it for me. I do not want to see him on the national team until I see like clear improvement. Because my red flags are, I'll list them, is his lack of pressing. He will not press. Like Cavani and Suarez, they're old men. They're legendary. They're historic footballers. Probably like the most important Uruguayan ever. Suarez.
Cavani used to literally like Napoli, PSG. Used to see him run all the way back with Aronica. He would win the ball there, and then he would take it all the way forward, and he'd freaking score. And we're not talking in the early minutes of the game. He would do this in like the 80th minute.
I'll never forget like what game was it? Where it's always reposted. Where like
the Lecce goal, right?
Yeah, against Lecce, where Cavani just took it off from like nearly halfway line and banged it in.
Yeah,
like that's the stuff special strikers do. Like, and that's something. Even though like Darwin's getting comparisons to Suarez and Cavani and Forlan.
You just don't see that, right?
I was about to say. I think I saw a post, but you know how like these pages like 433. They gotta make these edits and post them. Yeah. I sent them in the chat, I think a week and a half ago when Darwin was getting close to Liverpool, right? And it was like a picture of Suarez, Cavani, Forlan, and then it was Darwin with like a question mark. I sent it to Gonzalo, and we can't repeat what was said, but Gonzalo was not happy with that. But now the World Cup in Uruguay qualified for the World Cup, no? Right?
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm so out of touch with this stuff.
Unlike a certain other country.
Exactly. That's why I'm out of touch. If Italy qualified, I probably would have known who was in each group. But it's like, how do you see Uruguay going into the World Cup?
Right now, like
he's their main product. I mean, he's going to be their starting striker, no? Still?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The thing, since
Diogo
winger
at least.
I don't think so.
No.
Since Diego Alonso came in, he's changed. He radicalized the Uruguayan. He got rid of the fucking 4-4-2 that's been playing since I was a toddler with Tavares.
Before you were a toddler.
Yeah.
That old man was there for so long.
It's more like it's like I'm watching Napoli back in 2005 in the second division or whatever, like terrible football. And it was mostly like pessimistic counter ball, even though you had like two of the best strikers of all time. You just play like you're going up against Manchester City and you're Southampton.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, man? And like with Diego Alonso, it's more fluent. It's more like direct. Like it's more compact defensively. But the moment they get the ball, it's give it up to Valverde. He's gone and just push everything. Like not afraid to attack it. That's really nice. It's a shame that they waited till Suarez and Cavani on the last legs to make the change.
Yeah, I was gonna say like now this is their last stand here.
Yeah. Like what I see Diego Alonso he's been trying is on the right side Facundo Pelistri, the Manchester United loanee. He guaranteed a spot there. Like he doesn't play for Alaves. He's mostly playing like a wing back. But that kid is really talented. He completely took over South America with that.
That's interesting though. You have an 80 million plus striker product going to
it's crazy
to Liverpool, and he's not even going to be like the Liverpool.
He's probably not.
The Uruguay. He might not even be the Uruguay starting striker.
No, he's not going to be. He's not going to be the number one. Because think about it, you have all the talent on the It's just honestly though, who do you think is going to be the number one striker
right now? In my opinion, it should be Cavani because he's in fine form and he's healthy. Like right now, Suarez, he didn't participate the last couple of games because he was in Spain. He had like a procedure done on his knee because of back cartilage. I think they're preparing for Suarez to be the guy. I know Suarez is not physically there, but I will live and die by my.
They won't play them both though, right?
No, that's done for. It's just one striker, a winger, a dynamic winger, and then like an inverted forward, which is Jürgen Klopp, Flamengo. Since Alonso came in, he's been absolutely unreal. I used to complain that it was embarrassing that he was using the number 10 shirt, but since the new manager came in, he's been absolutely incredible, completely changing games by himself.
Yeah.
And that's where Darwin doesn't fit because the striker.
Go ahead.
The striker role is between Cavani and Suarez. It's a heads up, whoever. If Suarez is healthy, it's him. We're going to live and die by him. If it's not, it's Cavani. That's fine because he's been on fire. And then like the third spot is like it's not even guaranteed to be Darwin because Maxi Gomez has been playing very well too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. What about there was a Uruguayan playing? There's a bunch, but there was a Uruguayan playing in the MLS. I think he played for LAFC. Is he still there?
There's two Uruguayans that play LAFC. Diego Rossi and
Rossi. Yeah.
What's his name? Brian Rodriguez. They've been
bad,
complete flops. Like one in Turkey and then. The other one's just really bad now, like Brian Rodriguez.
Rossi was good for them like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, he was really good. He was one of the top scorers.
It was like
during South America.
Yeah.
When we were going through COVID.
Yeah, I think he won the top scorer in the MLS a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he was on fire. And Rodriguez came over. I remember everyone was hyping it up because he's one of their designated signings. And
he was on. Same thing with one that went to Orlando City right now. What's his name again? Facundo Torres. Same thing. So they had guaranteed spots. Brian Rodriguez was playing really well. He was playing like a second striker, scored against Peru. He got to move to the MLS, never got called up again. Same thing with Facundo Torres.
Not
I think you remember Antonio Conte when he would just refuse to call up Italians that were playing in the MLS.
Yeah.
I think they have a similar thing in Uruguay.
Yeah, we might never see Insigne again. So
no, Insigne's done for done.
He can be wearing number 10 for Barca. I still do not want to see him again on the national team. I'm sorry.
Gonzalo, World Cup kicks off for Uruguay November 24th. The group is South Korea, Portugal, and Ghana. with the state of the national team, how Uruguay is, right? Whatever, who's going to be the starting striker? Is Uruguay going to get out of the group comfortably?
I think the way they're rolling right now, and I think how flexible they've been, like different formations and styles, I'm pretty sure that they should comfortably win. If not, they should comfortably win the group.
Yeah.
Even with Portugal there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, even with Portugal. Portugal has Bruno Fernandes literally is a ghost. I mean, I think finally we could say Luciano was onto something.
At least for now.
If Luciano even gets to this part of the video. Like how we said, like Diogo Jota has been like important for Liverpool, but he's not a guy that you can put.
I won't put a whole country.
Leao's gonna take his spot now, though.
Like the thing with Portugal, they have a team there. They can compete to win the World Cup with all the talent they have. But they're like in the same situation in Uruguay. They have a manager that's not going to complement the style of players they have. Like if you just read off their lineup, it's like Joao Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, you got Bruno Fernandes under a good coach. Maybe he can do something. Yeah. You got the legendary Ronaldo. He's Ronaldo. Yeah, Joao Felix, Bernardo Silva. Yeah. What's his name? Rafa. Like so many Portuguese talents, like Rafael Leao, who's playing in Italy. So many players to compete, and they play like a mid-table team.
Yeah, but who's still the coach? Is it still Fernando Santos? Still that guy, right?
He's still there. He's still there, and he's wasting what is a really good generation for Portugal.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the last time Portugal had a really good generation was that 2016. Remember, it was Maniche, Figo, Simão, Deco.
Yeah, I don't think Figo and Simão played in 2016, but yeah.
No, 2006.
Oh, okay.
2006. Yeah, not even. No. The 2006 Portugal squad was way better than the team that won the Euro.
Absolutely. I'll never forget Griezmann for what he did.
Yeah. Griezmann, we should do watch the day that Griezmann literally gets like a big transfer again for whatever reason.
Let's go ahead.
Wow.
It's just collection now. I fully cut off that team. I'm done with them. I'm tired.
That's it.
Yeah, you're down to just Peñarol now. You cut off Napoli too. Right?
No, I didn't cut off Napoli yet. If I see Culofeo and what's the other moron? Bernardeschi, like that, I'll probably have to cut it off.
Yeah. You know what's interesting though, Gonzalo? Like I know, like I have some Uruguayan friends and a lot of other people from South America, different countries. Wherever like the current star is, they'll follow him. So like I have a friend. And he when Suarez was playing in Holland, he was a big Groningen fan just because of that. Yeah. Suarez goes to Liverpool fan, then Barca. Now he's an Atletico fan. It's funny because when you know the whole thing went down when Suarez was trying to get the Italian passport and he was almost going to go to Juve, he's like, oh, I'm seriously considering maybe being a Juve shirt. You're going to let me borrow a couple of jerseys just because of Suarez.
Yeah, you just check the group logs. Like I would say, yo, Juve is a super team.
Yo, Gonzalo, are you gonna follow Liverpool games more? Because of Darwin Nunez now?
Absolutely not.
No.
Not
even to keep tabs.
One, I don't like the league. I find it boring. Second, I really don't like Darwin Núñez. And like the only player I like for Liverpool, he's going to Bayern. So
yeah.
All right. Well, wait. So you were talking about like the golden strikers, right? So like Cavani and Suarez. If you had to make like a hot take, right, or like you put your foot down now, obviously in 5-10 years you might be completely wrong. But where do you see Nunez ending up? Like, where can Darwin end up? Can he ever reach their level at all? Or you think he's just not even capable?
I don't think, like Suarez and Cavani, usually you're gifted with just one of them at a time. Like, rarely you see two, like, legendary strikers. One maybe considered the greatest striker of all time. Yeah. Like, at the same time, like, at the same age. They're both born in Salto in 1987. They grew up basically together, the whole journey. You rarely see that. Yeah, and I don't think in my lifetime I'll ever see someone like Luis Suarez again. Maybe Cavani, but like Cavani, that's a high standard for someone to follow.
Yeah.
Like that, like Cavani, like Suarez is excellence. He's so good. Like sometimes you just like put down what Cavani has done throughout his career, but because if you take away Suarez, Cavani easily is the greatest Uruguayan of all time.
Yeah. No, it's hard to give, honestly, it's hard to put Darwin in that even. It sucks that he's going to have to live up to them, right? Like, he's only 22. So for the next 10 to 15 years.
He's signed until 27 for Liverpool, so he has a lot to prove.
Right. So if he's able to even last this contract, like he's still after this contract going to still be compared to them. All right. So if you don't think he's going to reach their level, I don't know if on the spot you could think of one, but which kind of striker would you compare him to? Like where can you see him ending up, or comparing it? Like what's the like most, I guess, equal comp for him that you can make right
like
now?
The most comp, because his style of play is just like a poacher, like similar to Icardi, but he's not as clinical as like Icardi was in the box, or like he doesn't make like the runs. The thing that Nùñez will make runs. Most of the time he's offsides. He doesn't make those intelligent runs in the box. If he can fix that, he'll net easily 15 to 18 goals like till like the next half a decade. But if he doesn't, if he flops at Liverpool, I think you can put him down in the same category as shout out to my friend Daniel, the Chevanton or Marcelo Salacheta.
Yeah.
Like those types of strikers, not like B- C+ tier of like strikers.
Yeah. Because, so from Icardi, it's a possible C+.
Yeah, like if he figures it out, he can be like Icardi with like Inter, who's straight up probably like the best striker in the league. Icardi was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
So that's.
But if he doesn't figure it out, like as a run wise and like his ability to play as like a hold up play, I see him following like Chevanton or Salacheta or Tony Pacheco, those types of players.
But Icardi's his ceiling. You can't see him surpassing that.
I see his ceiling. If he doesn't improve, his ceiling is Icardi.
Gonzalo, real quick to wrap it up, right? 3 different legends for Uruguay, 3 different play styles, 3 goal scorers. Rank them: Cavani, Suarez, Forlan.
So here's the thing: it's if I was legally allowed to, I would name the country Luis Suarez. He's the great. He's the most complete striker probably the world has ever seen. Not only because he's a lethal finisher, over 500 career goals. Like the only player with more assists than him career-wise is Leo Messi, and he's probably number 2, number 1 of all time. Yeah, exactly, Leo Messi. Yeah. And the guy only ahead of him is Messi. So we haven't seen a striker that's as lethal, as clinical as Suarez, who's also is like a 10, like a number 10.
Yeah,
he's number 1. Number 2 is Cavani, because just a clinical beast, a whole decade dominant across different leagues. He's the 2nd all-time top scorer for Uruguay. I think with 58 goals. Number 3 is Forlan. He was the guy. Dominant with both feet. He had later in his career, like at the end of 2010, he started dropping deeper and like playing in between. He will be number 3. Number 4, like my guy Rakova, he didn't live up to his height, but he was still like a special player. Those are like the 4 pillars of Uruguayan football. Yeah. I'm not gonna count like the players from like before the 70s, because that football was not real. Like, I'm sorry, but like those are the 4 pillars of like Uruguayan football. And like if Darwin wants to be up there, he needs to improve a lot in his dribbling, his pressing, his mentality to press. Because if your greatest player of all time is pressing with a broken down body, there's no reason you as a 22-year-old should not be pressing. Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch. There's only 3 players in the world that can get away with not pressing, and they still get slack for it: Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. Yeah, they don't press, but they still get clowned for it. Like, who are you to not press, my guy? Come on.
No, exactly. It's different. Look, it's different mentalities. Like Cavani and Suarez, they're born in a different era. I mean, you see Cavani is the type of guy that you can see that when he goes on vacation, when he's off from football, you don't see him going to like Aruba or like Mykonos or all these frigging exotic places. Right. He's happy to go home, be on his ranch with his horses, the simple things. And honestly, that translates to how they play, because honestly, they just do the simple things so well that a lot of times, a lot of players of this decade, we don't see them doing. And we'll see. I mean, hopefully, it'd be cool if we can go back to this video like in 5 years and see how Darwin Nunez pans out. Yeah. But I mean, I guess for now, we'll just leave it as Darwin Nunez, #not good.
Yeah, Gonzalo.
#not good.
For now, not good. Like, I don't care if a bunch of Liverpool fans ratio me. That's whatever. That's my opinion until I see major improvements. In my opinion, if I was the coach, he would be watching the World Cup from home I'm sorry. He got 10 opportunities to show his worth, and he has not shown it. As a winger, as a striker, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So maybe in 5 years I can say I'm sorry. That was really good. Maybe he can lead my this new generation of Uruguayans with Valverde, Bentancur. He can lead the line. If not, I'll be clowning him on the group chats with you, Daniel, and all that.
We'll have this group chat until we're like 70, and you'll still be saying this piece of shit Darwin Núñez, man.
5 years. We might just need to wait 1 year and come back and see how right.
We'll see. But for now, we'll leave it at that, guys. Darwin Nunez, hashtag not good via Gonzalo. Follow him at Ospina_hater on Twitter.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us on this new episode of Calcio Ebbasta, discussing the latest big transfer, Darwin Núñez to Liverpool. And see you guys next time. Ciao.
Ciao.